Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I miss you and I love you. Let's practice. This is not really even practice anymore. This is like yoga for real life, people. This is what's happening, but it's okay. As we're saying, we're all in this together. So let's come to a nice comfy seat together to start. Okay, if you have a blanket, a pillow, or a nice little zafu, you can grab that. Just to begin in this comfy seat, we will be seated here for several moments as we warm up. So this practice is going to be about an hour 15 minutes potentially. So allow for that amount of time. We are going to root, we're going to grow, we're going to thrive, we're going to compost. But these times right now, we need a lot of grounding. We need to reassure ourselves, make sure we feel supported, conscious, calm as we possibly can be. So the beginning of the practice, we're going to ground ourselves, again, just by starting here in this comfortable seat in this Sukhasana. Root chakra in contact with the earth, heart lifted, bottom of the body heavy, coming present to this moment exactly where we are. And then we're going to move into some breath work, some nice grounding warm up. And then we'll start to work our way up from the ground. We'll start to grow that practice. There'll be some opportunity to cultivate a little bit of heat before we come back down. Okay, so welcome. So first, as I said, here we are in Sukhasana, an easy seat, whatever that looks like for you. We're going to root down through that tailbone. And you're going to lift through the sternum. We're not going to pull the shoulders back. They're going to be relaxed down right over the hips. Relax down away from the shoulders, or from the ears. And while we root here and find our place on this mat, on this earth, we're going to come into Chinmaya Mudra, which is the mudra corresponding with that root chakra, that pelvic floor, that sense of security, presence, abundance, and groundedness. Okay, good strong rootedness. So bring your hands up, little jazz hands to start, and make fists with the thumbs on the outside. And then release the pointer finger, bring pointer finger and big thumb together. So we're uniting. The thumb represents universal consciousness, pointer finger, individual consciousness. We put those two together. So mudras, different hand gestures, body postures, they're energy circuits. It's an attitude. So this is an attitude of connection, that energy flow, consistent here, and again, feeling grounded and secure. Two different ways you can bring this mudra down to the lap. Palms can be up, or palms can be down. Just see what's calling to you and what you feel in this moment. Once you're there and in this mudra, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. If that's not comfortable for you, just make the gaze soft. Gaze down at the earth in front of you. And just tap into the breath. We're all just going to begin by breathing together. Tuck the chin down. On each inhale, feel that front body rise. Feel it lift just a little bit, just to stay open in that front body. And with each exhale, consciously send that breath down the spine, down that channel, all the way down to the tailbone, rooting into the earth. So we're just breathing ourselves into the spot. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to root. Just follow the natural rhythm of your breath. Things becoming still and quiet. Well, since you're at home, maybe it's not absolutely quiet, but finding the still and the quiet that originates from inside of us. This is a pose also. The more secure and safe we feel, the more we learn to trust. We find our inner strength. Pema Chodron says, trust not in a particular outcome, but trust that you can open to the present moment. So as you sit here and breathe and feel just the natural, even, soothing rhythms of your breath, find that trust, find that openness. in this exact moment, and whatever it is you're feeling, anger, fear, sadness, joy, relief, comfort. Acknowledge any and all of those things. Accept them without judgment. And just know and accept that that's who you are right now coming to your mat. And I find some equality between these breaths together. So on your next inhale, I want you to inhale to the count of 4. And then exhale, count to 4. Follow that count. We'll be here for several breaths. Continue with that count of 4, inhaling and exhaling. At the top of your next inhale, pause for a beat. Notice that natural pause that happens. See if you can harness that and just pause the breath for a beat before you exhale, looking out of the nose gracefully for that 4 counts. And at the bottom of the exhale, also pause for 1 count. As we're finding balance in the breath, we're also continuing to nuance our posture. Make sure the chest isn't sinking. Shoulders aren't creeping up. Staying firmly rooted to our spot. Maintaining our hands in Chinmaya Mudra, but if palms are up, maybe now they go down. If they're down, maybe they go up. I want you to continue with this same equalizing breath, but add a count if that feels comfortable. Inhale to 5. Pause a single beat. Exhale 5. Pausing a single beat. If you like, you can add a beat to the pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. So inhaling to 5, holding for 2 counts. Exhaling 5 counts, holding for 2 counts. Make your next inhale big and deep. Large, all of us collectively. Deep, filling the belly and the lungs and holding at the top, and then exhaling out of the mouth. With the sound, beautiful. Allow the eyes to float open, unfurl the fingers, bring palms to heart center. Hands meet at the middle. Maybe thumbs press into the sternum. Eyes can remain closed or gaze is still soft. We're just going to set a collective intention for this practice. Acknowledging the suffering, the pain, and the fear in the world right now, but also acknowledging our presence right here, right now, on our mats, in our bodies, and sending out our universal prayer for trust, for inner strength, for acceptance of this moment. And then setting our own individual intentions. Having a hard time talking today. Individual intention for what you need to call in or what you can try and cultivate during this practice to help you cultivate those things for yourself. Trust, strength, acceptance, fearlessness. Big inhale in, all of us. Exhale out of the mouth. Fingertips come down to your sides. Awesome. We're going to start here by getting some lymph flow. We're going to stimulate our lymph glands. So we're at home by ourselves. I hope you wash your hands. So we're going to start by touching our faces. The pressure we have on the bodies during this lymphatic massage is just as if you were touching or massaging a newborn or maybe petting a kitten or a puppy. So it's firm but gentle. And we're going to start with our fingers right at our forehead. Fingers meet at the center of our forehead, and then just light pressure all the way out to the edges of our face. Lift the fingers, come back to center. Begin moving that lymph out toward the edges of the face, coming down past the eyes, tops of the cheeks, underneath the eyes. Again, fingers pressing gently. Lymph nodes here, just moving that lymph through. The lymph, which moves all the pathogens, detoxifies the liquids of our bodies, coming down the chin and sends them back to the heart. So these hollows right at the bottom of the neck. I'm gonna move the fingers down toward there. That's where those main lymph nodes are. Right above the heart, everything flows through there and back to the heart. So the heart can pump it all through, clean, beautiful, back through the body. I know I'm simplifying this. I'm not a lymphedeniologist, but we're doing the good work here. Thanks to all of them. One more down here in the neck, down to the top of the chest, top of the collarbones. Nice. Let that left hand come down to your lap. And we're going to make a beak with the right hand. We're going to do a little thymus tap. So right here at the sternum, we're going to tap 30 times. I find for me that gets a nice rhythm going, gives us a full completion of this thymus tap, which is also stimulating the heart chakra, stimulating your immune system. It's also considered the happiness point. So we're bringing ourselves a little bit of happiness. So tap there gently, firmly, and with a consistent rhythm 30 times. Beautiful. Next lymph nodes we're going to stimulate are right underneath the armpit. So take that left hand, put it underneath that right armpit, and just give it a squeeze. Nice stationary squeeze, just waving, describing that good flush that's right here between the pec and underneath the arm. Those lymph nodes are deep in there. Get into that pit. Just give it a massage. Move over to the other side. Same thing. Stimulate that immune system. Stay strong and healthy. So all of this is about calming us down, keeping us strong. Awesome. Hands are now going to come right to the belly. So right hand meets the belly, left hand on top. We're going to inhale, nice big belly breath. Feel that breath blossom into the hands. Exhale, pull that belly back toward the spine. I'm going to good massage to the lymph nodes that reside there. So inhale, big belly breath. Exhale, light pressure, belly to spine. Hands also press into the abdomen just to give it a good little extra squeeze and massage. Inhaling and exhaling out of the nose, or inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Whatever feels good for you right here. One more inhale, one more exhale. Awesome, everybody. Last lymph nodes, we're going to get our inguinals right here in the tops and our inner thighs. So find your palms, and the webbing here between the pointer and thumb finger are going to meet those hip creases. So thumbs are hooked to the outside of the thighs, and all the rest of the fingers are flat on the top of the thighs, and just a stationary wave type massage, just like we did underneath the arms, just to stimulate those nodes there. Check in with your posture, stay straight. I know we've been in the seat for a little bit. I'm going to give you the opportunity here to switch across our legs. Another breath. Awesome. Release. Now we've got all those lymph nodes stimulated, so we're just going to add some movement, going from the head down to the tail here to keep that lymph flowing. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs if you haven't already. Keeping things symmetrical and even. Hands come down to the lap, down to the knees right now. We're just going to get some movement, kind of warm up the neck. So big inhale here right in the center. Exhale, look left. Inhale back through center. And exhale right. Follow the rhythm of that breath. Inhaling as we come to center. Then exhaling as we look to the side. We can make these movements symbolic also. This being, this vision, being symbolic of a broader awareness. Looking left and right. Taking it all in. Realizing everything around us. Nice broad world view. Bring neck back to center. Then we're going to nod yes and no. So we're going to inhale, chin and gaze come up toward the sky. Throat opens, whole front body opens here. Then exhaling, chin comes down toward the, it can come all the way to the chest, but we're not going to flop the head forward. With tone and grace, we're bringing that chin down to the chest, all the way to the bottom of that exhale. And then inhaling back up. Gaze come up. Eyes are, you can close the eyes, but eyes open again if you want to make this a symbolic gesture. We're looking, we're marrying the senses, both to mind and body. Nodding yes. We're nodding yes to strength. Yes to awareness. Yes to fearlessness. You make this stretch as long as you like, and it feels good in that neck, but again, keeping tone in the neck to protect our cervical spine. Next time your chin comes down neutral over the chest, pause there. Awesome. Now we're just going to bring chin down to chest on an exhale, and then inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Pause there. Breathe. On an exhale, chin comes back down. We're making half circles here. Chin comes back down toward the chest, right ear towards right shoulder, and pause. Exhale, chin comes toward the chest. Inhale, opposite side. Flow with the breath now. Listening, using the ears. Again, if this is a symbolic gesture, we're listening for good news. Let's do that. Next time your chin is down at your chest, pause there. Inhale, head comes to neutral. Excellent. Wingspan comes wide. Let's get these lymph nodes underneath the arms now. Energize through the fingers. Big inhale, scapula squeeze in the back. We're going to make a sound as we come forward on an exhale. So big inhale here. Exhale. Nice resistance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale wide, open it up, receive, exhale, squeeze everything out, bellies come to spine, inhale, open, exhale, energize that core, 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, beautiful, inhale, open, keep arms wide, release the breath. Bring hands to shoulders, bend at the elbows. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Can be as fast or as slow as you like. So if you want to speed it up, heaving the body up, moving the core, heaving the core up. We're staying strong there, but creating enough or leaving enough space so that we can breathe freely. As we get more active, the core is a little bit more engaged and the breath is coming a little bit more into the chest. Open wide, pause. Gorgeous. All right, now we're going to find a twist. Take a big inhale here. Release it out of the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right and then release that left hand down, find the top of the right knee. So seated twist here. That right hand is still at that right shoulder, elbows still bent. We're going to keep it there. Building some strength, getting a stretch. If you find you need to bring the elbow down at any time to find a little bit of relief, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to invite and challenge you to keep it lifted. Again, it's not an assertive or an aggressive twist. We're being gentle here, twisting that heart forward. Again, getting underneath the arms, also getting into the lymph, moving around here in the hips and the belly, working all those nodes. Gaze is also gently, lightly over that right shoulder if it feels good. Inhale, keep breathing. Reach through the crown on that inhale. Exhale, rooting through, staying rooted at your seat. On your next inhale, unbend the elbow, just send that right arm out long. Palms open to the sky, fingers energized. Materialize something in that palm, something you need, something you want, something you wish for. Grab it, pull it back in. Hand comes back to shoulder. Come back to center, both hands at shoulders. Inhale. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale. Right hand reaches for left knee, twist. Inhale to reach through the crown. Exhale, maybe use leverage of that knee to twist a little bit more and send your gaze over the left shoulder toward those fingertips on the shoulder. Stay acquainted with the breath. Hips are staying level and low and rooted to the spot. Inhale to unfurl that left arm. Unbend the elbow, reach out, palm up, fingers wide. Allow something to materialize there. Grab it, bring it back in. Hand comes to shoulder, come back to center. Both hands at shoulders. Inhale, arms wide. Left hand comes down, right arm over. Crescent moon here. Again, hips are level. Reaching, ear by the bicep or bicep by the ear. Each inhale, maybe we reach a little bit longer. Each exhale, maybe we can crunch into that left side just a little bit more. Walk those fingers out. Arm is directly out to your side, not in front or behind your torso. Gaze is directly forward. Let's unbend that elbow, reach the fingers. Or gaze can be up at the sky if you want to get the spine involved or the cervical spine involved. Breathing, feel the stretch, feel the space that this pose is creating in the side body, the massage and the crunch that it's giving that left side body. Inhale to center, both arms energize, up and exalt. Find your symmetry. Let's recross the legs. I know we're really getting into the hips here. I promise we're going to be able to work that out a little bit. If at any time you need to extend the legs, you can. Otherwise, exhale, coming down to the right. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches over. So instead of bending this elbow, I think let's keep it nice and straight. Again, biceps still by the ear. Inhaling to reach and find space in that left side body. Exhaling maybe to walk those right fingertips out just a little bit. Gaze comes up toward the sky. I'm trying to mirror you guys in this live or recorded session, so if I get my rights and lefts mixed up, sorry, yoga teacher dyslexia. I know you know what to do. All right, next inhale, launch ourselves up, energizing up through the fingertips. Beautiful, and now, unfurl those legs. Legs come out in front of us. Press through the feet, my dirty yoga feet, pull the toes back. I'm gonna remove my pillow. If you're sitting on a pillow or blanket and you still like that in Dandasana, please keep it there. It's good to keep there if you feel when you're sitting on the earth like you start to round forward. That pillow's gonna give your pelvis a little lift and the tilt that it needs to keep your spine long. So find what works best for you. Bring the arms down for a second while you get yourself into Dandasana, so staff pose. Rotating those inner thighs in, outer glutes come on in and around. Beautiful, pressing into the heels again, pulling the toes back. Maybe point and flex the feet before you end in that nice flex, toes coming back toward the heart. Inhaling, arms up here. We're gonna flow through this Paschimottanasana. We're gonna be nice and gentle with ourselves. We're bending at the hip creases, and we're not going any farther than our hamstrings, whole back body really, and those hip joints want us to go. So inhale here, and exhale, come forward even just a little bit. Inhale, back up. Exhale, belly comes to spine as we find this fold. We're reaching forward. Think, inhale up. Think chin toward the big toes. Nose toward the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. We're not hyperextending in these legs either. And there's no goal, just this movement. There you are. That's the goal. The journey is the goal every single pose. Inhaling up and exhaling. This time we're reaching, However far you can go with the straight back, that's where you're supposed to be. You're going to pause there, float the hands down on either side of the legs. If your hands want to be on top of the legs, or you can reach those toes or those feet, then I invite you to do so, but it's not necessary. Chin comes in, back in toward the spine or toward the throat. Inhale, heart forward. Spine is still long. So spine's long. If that means that I have to be here for that spine to stay long, that's fine. If you're here, hands at shins, hands at toes, wherever you are, chest is still lifted. We're going to breathe here, a couple big breaths. Feel the rib cage expand and contract. Consciously inhale and expand the rib cage. Consciously exhale, squeeze that all towards the center. Belly comes to spine, creating space. And now we can round or come a little bit closer to the legs. Maybe your chin your chin comes in toward the chest. That's okay. Get a good little massage there. Coming over, again, only insofar as it's comfortable in your body, even if you're rounded a little bit. If there's any strain or pinching in the legs and the lower back, you're going to back on out. And you're going to take care of yourselves. On this inhale, we're going to look up. We're going to energize through the fingertips. On the exhale, you're either going to walk your hands back, or you're going to exhale, use that core strength to bring you all the way up. Then our hands are going to find themselves right behind our glutes. Nice bend in the elbows, legs are still long and active. We're protecting those joints by engaging the muscles. That's why our toes are pulled back. Hands are right behind the glutes. All 10 fingertips are facing the glutes. And we're going to find a little back bend, but first we're going to work into this so we're well supported. Shoulder blades come together. So chest is nice and wide. Elbows are bent and coming toward each other behind the back. Again, hands are planted, fingertips are wide, so I'm clawing into my fingertips and the base of my palm. I'm looking forward toward my toes. I'm going to start to press into the hands, straighten the arms, chest lifts. Chin is still at the chest to start. And breathe. You're going to feel that stretching the arms, that whole front body. And then if you like, you can add the head. So the same nodding gestures that we did when we were seated in comfy seat. Inhale. Chin, nose, everything, throat comes up toward the sky. Exhale, chin comes to chest. Going to match those movements to the entire length of your breath. You're going to keep the gravity in both hands. Don't lose that there. Shoulders are not creeped up toward the shoulders. We're going to keep tone in our neck so we're not dropping the head back. It's not flopping. We have absolute control over the movement of this neck. We're stretching. We're strengthening, we're not straining. Next time chin is at your chest, pause there. Release the arms, inhale, arms up. Then bring them down for a second, shake it out. Any tension building up there? Okay. Flick your fingers like you're flicking water off your fingers. Done a lot of that, a lot of hand washing. Whee. All right, hands underneath the hips. So same posture as we just had, except we're gonna bring those fingertips actually right underneath the glutes. Okay, maybe those pointer fingers and thumbs meet. And then reestablish the length in our spine. Natural curvature is okay. Okay, and on an exhale, we're gonna start to come down. Come down, we're gonna find those elbows using our core strength here. Elbows and forearms, chin is still at the chest. If there's any strain or pinching, you're going to come all the way down to the mat and just a full body stretch. If this feels okay and accessible for you, okay, you're going to feel those fingertips, pointer fingers and thumbs together. This should be right on either side of the sacrum, right at the top of the glutes. We're pressing firmly into the elbows and the forearms to lift the chest. Elbows are also close to the sides of the body. And then we're going to inhale. If it feels good, you're gently going to let your head draw back. Maybe the back of your head finds the mat. Maybe you can continue to lift the chest once you're there, pressing into the elbows so that you can find this back bend and the crown of your head gently finds the top of the mat. So if you're going to that full fish pose up here, You are not putting any pressure on the crown of your head, okay? We're not putting any pressure on the neck. It's just as if you had a light palm on the top of your head. That's the only amount of pressure you should feel. Once you're there, inhale a couple times, big breath into the chest. Exhale, chin, carefully, with strength in that neck. Chin comes to chest, and then start to straighten the arms so we come all the way down to the earth. Move those hips so you can release the arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Find a full body stretch here. And then exhale, knees come in toward the chest, thighs to the belly. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. Find some relief here. Awesome. Knees are on the, or hands are, can be on, bring your hands, let's say this, on top of your knees. Sacrum and lower back is flush with the earth, protecting those SI joints. And then just with the hands, guide the knees. You're gonna find some hip circles here. You can be as big or as small as you want. You can also kind of get each knee and each hip involved individually, get a little creative with it. You can just, insofar as it feels good to your body, just make sure you get those circles in both directions. Then come back to center. Exhale, float both feet down to the mat. Feet are parallel. We're gonna do a slight little bridge workout, so continue to heat up our core and our fire for our standing poses. Walk your shoulder blades in behind the heart. Hands are down at your sides, palms down. Feet are parallel, thighs parallel, about hip width distance apart. Press into the sacrum. You're going to scoop that sacrum. It's pressing down into the mat and toward the heels. You'll know you're going in the right direction, so you're going to feel these hip points lift and come up toward the ribs. Okay. You're also going to feel this core and this belly automatically come in. Chest lifts. It's all connected. Right. So first we're going to press into the mat and just lift up into a bridge. Full spinal chain comes up at once, nice and strong. We're not going to peel off the mat. We're not going to roll down. We're going to work with this entire back chain and strength. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, press into the feet, lift. Inner thighs continue to pull toward each other. Outer thighs working to keep those hips level. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up and hold. Tuck that chin in, make sure the neck is staying long. We're going to use these hands. We're going to use that left foot. Keep it nice and rooted. All right, walk those shoulder blades in. So we're nice and supporting that back body. Shoulders are going to help us here in this balance and in this next pose. We're going to inhale that right leg long. Thighs are parallel. That right thigh is parallel with the left. Really pressing into that left foot. Work that glute nice and strong. Inhale, right leg up toward the sky, sole of the foot toward the sky. Exhale it back down so that right thigh is parallel with the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, right leg parallel. Inhale up. Exhale, right leg comes parallel with the left. Bend the knee. Right foot comes down, press up into a full bridge, and exhale, pelvis sinks down, full back chain comes with it, knees come to chest, rock side to side. Beauteous. Yes. Big inhale. Exhale, feet down toward the ground. Beautiful. Set yourself up for the other side. Find your bridge pose. Inhale, press into the feet. Lift that whole back chain up. Walk the shoulder blades in. Tuck the chin in. Find that nice gravity in that right foot. And exhale. Extend that left leg. Press into the right foot again. We have a tendency to want to collapse. Once we change that balance, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Again, just parallel with the right. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Doesn't have to come all the way up either, of course. You're listening to your own body. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. This only rises a little bit, or you hold it stationary. That's exactly where you should be. Bring it back level with the right. Left foot comes down. Press into both feet. Lift those hips. If you want to find a clasp,
Bring those hands together, interlace the fingers underneath the body. Walk the triceps in. Pull those knuckles down toward the heels. Lift the chest. Neck does not move. Press into the feet. Lift the hips a little bit more. Let that belly sink down. Release the clasp. Hands come to your sides, palms down. Exhale, entire back chain at once. Heavy with the pelvis. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Now, send both feet up toward the sky. Let's find some Viparita Karani here just for a moment. Tap the outsides of the legs and then all the way down the inside. Moving all that through. Do that a couple times. Awesome. Okay. Here's our challenge. We're going to rock and roll up into Ardha Navasana. So rock and roll a couple times. If this is the core work you do, you can just sit here for the next minute or two while we get through this Navasana stuff. Just rocking and rolling. I'm going to give you some options for some other stuff to do too. But whew, see if you can come on up and stick it in an Ardha Navasana. Chest is lifted. You can bring your hands to the back of the thighs or back of the knees to help keep you here. Okay. And also, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You can also bring hands right behind your hips, just like we did for that mini back bend or that back bend in Dandasana and for Matsyasana. You can bring those here for some support. Okay. You can also bring those feet down at any time. In fact, everyone can do that for a second, and I'll tell you where we're going to. Okay. So if you want to be right here, nice firm pressure into the hands to keep the back of the chest lifted and shoulders away from the ears. And you can just inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one leg at a time. And then maybe play with both. All right, your choice. You want to come up into Ardha Navasana with me and do some Navasana sit-ups. We're going to inhale to lengthen. Everything's hovering above the ground. Arms, shoulders, legs, and then with a big breath, we're going to bring it back in to Ardha Navasana. I've done a lot the last few days. I was working it. My girl Casey's been kicking my booty, the circuit training. All right, we're going to do 10 of these, okay? So wherever you're at, let's get some core work happening here. And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold wherever you are. We're holding here. Maybe you're in Ardha Navasana. Maybe extend the legs now. Extend the arms. Maybe grab your toes. Cross the ankles. Come on over. Woo! Nice work, y'all. Find your tabletop. Maybe move it out a little bit. All right, in this tabletop, take care of those joints. Be strong. Build that foundation from the bottom up. Knees are underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Wrist creases are parallel with the front edge of the mat. Fingertips are nice and wide, but then we bring in that thumb just a little bit because that supportive webbing, say that 10 times fast, in between that pointer finger and thumb is super important, as I am finding out over time. Again, for this to be sustainable, we want to really press into that area, as well as clawing into the fingertips, base of the knuckle and base of the palm as we do these weight-bearing exercises. So find your symmetry here. Tap into the feet and plug them in. Press firmly into the hands. Inhale, crown long. Exhale, tail long. Core comes in. Another 2 breaths here, just getting strong in the spot. Inhale. Whole front body opens. Exhale, front and back body meet. Getting nice and strong to help hold us in this position. Another big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Now just incorporate your cats and cows. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Taking these movements the entire length of each breath. Bending and bowing the spine, opening up, finding space in between each vertebra. Maybe when you come through center, you start to find some C stretches. Just an opportunity here to move how your body needs to move, maybe pause. Find where it feels good, really get some breath in there. Nice. Come back to center. We're going to move these hands forward, just a single paw print, create a little bit more space. Okay, so wrists are a little bit ahead of the shoulders this time. We're going to tuck all 10 toes, just rock back and forth a little bit. Get into the undersides of the feet. You could also, if you wanted right here, actually, but we're not going to go back quite as long. If you wanted a counter stretch in those wrists right now, you can turn those fingertips back towards your knees and pause there. Okay, turn those fingers around, get them back here. Paw print right there. We're going to start to come up into our infamous downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going to give you a nice bend in the knees to start. We're just going to, head and heart's going to melt for the earth. Biceps in between the ears. We're strongly rooted in the hands. We're double spiraling through the arms. Okay, so hands and feet are about hip width distance apart. My feet are behind the hands. Again, finding our symmetry here. Pressing firmly into the hands, clawing at the mat, rotating outward the bicep, eyes of the elbows coming in toward each other. Arms are straight and strong, pressing into the mat, find length in the spine. Nice bend in both knees for everybody. Find equal gravity in both hands, and just exhale that right heel down toward the mat. Straighten the right leg, left knee still bent, then breathe. And exhale, bend right knee, left leg straightens, heel reaches for the mat, and breathe. Inhale, come back to center, both knees are bent. And now exhale, start to straighten both legs any amount. Any amount, not important if the heels meet the mat. It's just an energy, just an intention, that is fine. They may never meet the mat. Doesn't matter. We just want to feel strong here, safe, joints secure, body long, getting a good stretch. We're going to inhale to look at the hands, and we're going to walk up to meet those hands. Nice, small, gentle steps. Once we're there, inhale to a halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Feet are parallel here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Each halfway lift is your own. Inhale halfway. Fingers are either at the toe tips, shins, or thighs. Whatever helps your joints feel good and comfortable. Exhale, fold. Pull that belly to spine. We're just going to flow here for a few moments. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Should be able to lift all 10 toes. So feet are parallel, hip width distance apart. And we're using the entire perimeter of both feet. Exhaling to fold, follow your breath. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees here is also a good thing. This time we're gonna press firmly into the feet. Inhale, lead with the head and the heart. Spine is long, using the entire back muscles to come up. Hands meet at the top. And exhale down to the heart. Take a moment here. Breath is moving, heart's pumping. Check in with those feet. Hands come down to your sides. Eyes can close. Press firmly into the feet. Make this mountain active, not a passive pose. Everything is engaged. Everything's contracted and strong. Your muscles are hugging your bones, squeezing your joints, supporting your organs. Again, you're lifting all 10 toes. We're not gripping the mat, we're just pressing firmly into the mat with our toes. Inhale, arms up. Let's do a few courtesans. Exhale, fold. Arms can come to the side or down the midline, your choice. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise, long back. Exhale to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway, maybe lift all 10 toes, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, fold. Root and rise. Hands to heart center. All those forward folds. Bend your knees as much as possible to get your fingertips or hands to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're going to continue to build this heat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to plant our hands. Step left foot back, then right foot back. Find your plank. We're going to evolve this vinyasa through a few rounds here. So even if you know where you want to go, I'm going to invite you again to stay on the path and on this journey with us. We're going to, like I said, evolve it as we move through it. We're not going to rush through it either. We're building strength. We're building resilience. So we're on the balls of those feet, heels over toes, or over balls of the feet. Hands are just as we had them in tabletop. Arms are also rooting and spiraling. Core's pulling in. Shoulder blades coming down the sides. Heart opening. Crown reaching forward. Tailbone reaching back. We're nice and strong here. Everyone's going to come down. Knees come down. Toes point back. Now we're going to come down, but you're going to stop. You're going to wait for me. Elbows are staying close, and we're bringing the entire front body down at once. Okay? We're not, and a lot of people like to wave down. Not sustainable. Not good for the shoulder joints or the neck. When we do that, we dump everything into the shoulders and the neck, and over time, it's just going to cause injury. So it's just like if we were in full chaturanga, which we will get to if you would like to get there. We're firm in the hands, elbows close to the body, and on an exhale, we bend at the elbows, entire body comes down. So chest and chin, meet the mat. And then we, for our purposes, are going to inhale up into a sphinx. Elbows underneath the shoulders, isometrically pull back on the mat. Feel that stretch in that belly skin all the way up the heart, through the palate, up the crown of the head. Breathe here. Big inhale. Exhale. Forehead meets the mat. Hands slide back underneath the shoulders. Elbows close. Exhale. Press away from the mat. Come back up through the knees. Tuck the toes. Hips come up. Downward dog. Walk it out. Downward dog is one of those poses that morphs and changes every time we meet it. So see what you need. Where do you need more effort? Where do you need more ease? How can you transform this pose to manifest your own perfection every time? Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee comes toward the nose. Inhale, leg up again. Exhale, knee toward the nose. We're energizing, moving this lymph through. Inhale. Exhale, knee toward the nose. Inhale, come up, hold. Bend that right knee, open up to the side. So left foot's still rooted, both hands are rooted, equal weight, both arms still long and straight. If we want to find some circles with this knee, then get in this hip joint, get it in both directions. Then inhale to lengthen that right leg, and exhale to float it down. Beautiful. Inhale forward into a plank, hold it, find your strength here. Exhale, knees come down. Tops of the feet find the mat. Toes point back. Exhale, elbows nice and close. Chest and chin come all the way down. Inhale, this time baby cobra. Or if you want to press into the hands, give them a little bit more gravity. Full cobra. Bhujangasana. Pause here. Maybe look left and right. Wherever you are, get into the neck. Press firmly into the base of the palms. Stay lifted. Heart's coming through. Shoulders are back. Exhale, hips go back toward the heels, tuck the toes, send the hips up, downward dog. Walk it out. Build your foundation. Then find your stillness. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Tiger curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. One more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen through that left leg and bend that left knee. Heel comes toward the right glute, opening up to the side. Finding some circles again in that knee if it feels good. Re-extending the left leg. Exhaling it down. Coming forward. It's a lot of work, I know, you're doing it. So here's your option. Don't move. Knees again, you can come down through your knees, or you can come down through chaturanga. If we're doing that, you're gonna come forward on those toes just a little bit so that when we come down with control and grace, those elbows are grazing the side body and the entire body's coming down one long line, all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet find the mat, inhaling up into cobra. Or if you want to press into the feet, lift those thighs, downward dog. Knees come down, hips come all the way back, balasana. Oh. Rock back and forth here. Find some relief in those wrists. I know we've done a lot of weight bearing there. That was a lot of work on those wrist joints. So you can come up and just find some circles in those wrists. Or palms come toward the sky, flex and extend the fingers. Then make a pillow with the hands, or just wherever your hands want to be, and just pause here in this nice seed posture. Pause in balasana and breathe. Extend the arms out in front, tuck the toes. Just lift the knees up just a little bit and walk the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root into the feet and rise. Pause here, Urdhva reach. Root through the feet. Root through the sacrum. On your exhale, left hand comes forward, right arm goes back. Look back toward that right thumb. Pause. Hip points stay forward, twisting at the waist. Right underneath the rib cage. Pendulum swing that right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, opposite direction. Right arm forward, left arm back. Looking back at that left thumb. Again, feet are rooted, hip points forward. Pull that left hip forward. Send the gaze back toward that thumb. Pendulum swing the left arm front. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step or hop if you're feeling it. Feel a little frisky. Back to your plank, but you're still going to stick it. You're going to take your time. So either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. If you're going for up dog, pause. Don't let the elbows go past the rib cage. Tops of the feet find the earth, and then all the way up. So theoretically, if you're doing up dog and you're coming through chaturanga dandasana, you're not getting all the way to the mat. You're staying up and lifted. Wherever you are, come back through knees or roll off the tops of your feet up into downward dog. Walk it out. Again, manifest that perfection every time. Maybe once you're there, I'm going to invite you this time, turn all 10 toes to the left, all 10 toes to the right. It's going to swivel. Find that side stretch. Then plant those feet. Find that down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee comes toward the nose. Plant the foot between the hands. Fingertips or palms on either side of that front right foot. It's live, folks. This is live. All right, pressing back through that left heel. Pulling this right hip back. Staying firm on this outside, just getting a nice stretch in the front of that left thigh, and then the left knee comes down. Top of the left foot comes down. Make sure this front knee is right over the ankle, shin perpendicular to the earth. Lift those front 5 toes, press into the base of the big toe, and root down through the heel. Come on up. Keep hands low to start. This feels a little wobbly. Heel toe that front foot out toward the edge of your mat, a little bit more to widen that footprint. Hearts forward. Inhale, arms up. And then inhale them wide. We're going to exhale, cross them in front, right arm underneath the left. Cross at the elbows, right fingertips find the inside of that left palm. Inhale, elbows to heart center.
Pausing here, eagle arms. So in a low lunge here, you can stay in a slow lunge, or you can tuck those left toes, press through the heel, lift that leg up off the mat. Find a little more here. Wherever we are, inhale, see if you can draw those elbows up toward the sky, gaze toward the sky. Stay firm in the feet. We're balancing here. Worst that happens is you fall over. Get right back on. That's the dedication, that's the commitment, that's the yoga. This is just a pose. This is just a physical pose. The yoga is your attitude, your effort. All right, back knee comes down if it's lifted. Top of the foot finds the mat. Unfurl the arms, bring that wingspan wide. Exhale, hands down on either side of that front leg. Send the hips back. Keep that front heel rooted as you pull the toes back. Half Hanumanasana, but we're still lifted halfway here. Whew, feel that stretch. You want to feel that stretch here in the meat of the hamstring, not in the insertion point. Big inhale and exhale to fold over that extended leg if it's calling to you. Chin toward the shin, as they say. It always makes me laugh, though. Oh, it just might be possible someday. Inhale, come back up. Plant the hands. Tuck those left toes. Right foot goes back to meet the left. Again, find the strength in your plank. Remember, you get to choreograph these movements every time, however you want them. So this plank can be knees up, knees down, and again, either Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin, all the way to the earth. Find your bend. Cobra or up dog. Exhale back through the toes, tuck those toes. Hips come up, down dog. Walk it out, find your stillness, take a huge inhale, hold it at the top. Exhale out of your mouth with a sound. Press the mat away from you as you do. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee toward the nose, plant the foot. Pause here in this little crescent lunge, press through the right heel, maybe rock back and forth just a little bit. Breathing. Getting the stretch in those front right hip flexors. Inhaling, chest up, spine stays long. Exhale, right knee down, right toes point back. Awesome. Inhale, come on up. Again, heel toe, widen your footprint if you need to. Pull that left hip back, make sure hip points are staying level. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Inhale, arms wide. And exhale, cross in front. This time, left arm underneath the right, left fingertips find the inside of the right palm. Inhale, elbows up to heart center. Breathe here. Stay here if that feels good. Working that pelvic floor, working your core, staying strong and aloft. Or come a little bit more aloft. Tuck those right toes, press through the heel. Knee comes up off the earth. And again, inhale if you want to draw your elbows up toward the sky, gaze toward the sky. Come back forward. Right knee comes down, top of the right foot comes down. Unfurl the arms, inhale. Exhale, hands down on either side of that front foot. Hips go back. Left heel stays rooted, toes peel back. Half Hanumanasana. Leaping monkey gods all. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, bend over that front leg. Breathing. Inhale, come forward, tuck those right toes. Right foot's gonna come up to meet the left this time, straight into our halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rune rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, get strong in your mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Continue down, palms meet through the midline. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway.
Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. If you're hopping, you're doing so carefully. And of course, when you end up there, everything's strong, long, still. Press yourself back into downward dog. Awesome. Find your symmetry. Manifest your own perfection here. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, we're gonna come through. Knee comes toward the chest. This time that right leg is gonna come out to the side. Find the edge of that right foot. If this is quite enough sensation, you're gonna stay there. You'll wanna take it to the next step. You're gonna come to the inside of that left foot. Bring the weight into this right hand. We're gonna bow and arrow this left arm up. Nice and straight, follow on triangle. Lift up on these side muscles, oh yeah. Exhale, bring it down. Right foot comes back through and up long. Exhale, knee toward the nose, plant the foot. So we're gonna come on up into a high crescent. Inhale. Breathing here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're gonna drop this back foot. We're gonna come into warrior two, but we're gonna keep our hands at heart center to start. Those front 5 toes, stay facing the front edge of the mat. That back foot, back edge comes parallel with the back edge of the mat. Stance is wide. Front shin is perpendicular to the mat. Hands are still at heart center because we're working keeping everything right here in the middle. If we add the arms first, we're building that foundation from the ground up. If we add the arms first, we tend to lean in one direction or the other, future or the past. Stay right here in this present, meeting this present moment. Press the feet firmly into the mat, pull the mat apart with the feet, and then inhale, arms open, right out from the shoulders. Gaze goes over those front fingers. If you're feeling the burn, thank it. Breathe here. Inhale, palms meet at the top, straighten the front leg. Exhale, recommit to warrior two. 2 more of those. Inhale, reach, lengthen, stay firm in the feet. Exhale, come on down. 1 more. Inhale, feel the stretch in those inner thighs. Exhale, beautiful. Cartwheel over that front foot. Send that left foot back to meet the right. Take a break. Go straight to Adho Mukha Svanasana or take your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Come on back into our down dog. Big inhale here, everyone. Big collective breath. Hold it at the top for a beat. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Exhale, knee comes in toward the chest. Kicks out to the side. Find the outer edge of that left foot. Pivot onto the inner edge of the right foot. Gravity comes into that left hand and bow and arrow that right arm up. Breathing, reaching through the crown, lifting through that left side body, nice and strong here. And exhale, right hand comes down, pull left leg back through. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee toward the nose, plant the foot. Crescent lunge. Make sure it's firm and feels good right here before you come on up. Exalt the arms. Pressing through that heel. Oof, good strength, everybody. Don't claw the mat. Keep those front toes from engaging. Let the foot do the work, arches do the work. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Then we're gonna drop that back heel. So again, hands are staying at heart center as we come through the center. Back edge of right foot, now parallel with the back edge of the mat. Front left toes, pointing toward the front of the mat, shin perpendicular with the mat. See if you can lean into it. So you can create some length. Nice. Once we're there, inhale, arms out. Gaze over those front fingers. Pull them out apart with the feet.
Inhale, straighten front leg, lengthen, palms meet at the top. Gaze follows. Exhale, recommit. Inhale. And exhale. Warriors, light warriors, all of us. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 2 more just cuz. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, cartwheel over that front foot. This time it's right foot. Ooh, get a nice belly to get a nice bend in the knee. We're gonna launch forward, right foot meets the left. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise. Woo. I lost time, but here we go. We got our balancing pose. Shake it out. Get a little drink of water. We're gonna do a little bit of balance, and then we're gonna hit the ground. Let Mother Earth do the work, and let gravity do the work. And then rest in our Shavasana. We'll be done till the next time. Okay. Good job. Think of all that stuff moving through. Oh, boosting our immune system, staying nice and strong. Body, mind, and spirit. All right, so come to the top of your mat. So I mentioned this before, now and a trillion times before that. Balance is more than staying upright, okay? But if you want to work on your uprightedness, you can do so right here at the top of your mat in the middle of the room. If you've got a wall, a nice wall, a good friend, supportive friend, a chair, a counter, whatever it is, something you can put a hand on that can support you during this balance series, then you're welcome to do that, okay? Just find what you need in your moment, but challenge yourself. And if you fall over, get back in. And the great news about falling out of a balancing pose is that it's all core strengthening work. So the more you fall, the more you're strengthening your core. Win-win situation. Okay, feet are parallel. Find your Tadasana stance. So we're super strong. Strong as a mountain here. Lift all 10 toes though. Legs are straight. Everything's engaged. So we're nice and strong like a mountain. Strong like a tree. Okay. We're going to start to bring the weight into, if I'm mirroring you correctly, this is going to be your right leg. Hands can come to hips. And we're just going to bring the knee up. Ball of that left foot is still on the earth. Root back down through the sacrum. Each stage, you want to check back in with the rootedness here. Belly's coming in. Everything happening here is going to affect what happens above and below. All right? Just like everything that happens in that balancing foot is going to affect how rooted and strong we are here. Okay, everything's coming toward the midline. Find a focal point. We're still here. Follow that left foot is still on the earth. We're just getting used to bringing the weight here, having it down through the center. But find a drishti. So a focal point either on the horizon, something not moving, or somewhere on the ground in front of you. And the first thing we're going to do, first stage of this balance pose, and the only place you need to go, is just to lift this left leg up. Thighs parallel to the earth. Maybe that's where you are today. And make sure these hip points stay dialed in. We want lift this. Our hips tend to go level. We want the hips to stay level as we're lifting this thigh. Mm-hmm. Nice. And next step, you can stay right there. Next step is to bring this knee up. Grab the front of the knee or underneath the knee. And we're going to bring this knee all the way up toward the chest. If you've had to round over to grab it, make sure you lift that sternum, press into the foot, get yourself lifted here. Stay there, play with that. If you want to grab the ankle, I'm going to rotate this out. Let the foot rest in that hip crease. And find our standing half lotus. Press that foot into the top of the thigh. You can continue to hold on to it, or you can let go, press the thigh back into the foot. Breathe. All right, gently unwind. Hands come to hips. Come back out the way we came in, except we're gonna extend that left leg forward if we can for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, float it down. Whew. Shake that out. We're going to wash that through. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise. Beautiful. Hands come to heart center. Get ready for the other side. Hands come to the hips. Again, start with your Tadasana. Find your focal point. Bring all the weight into that left leg this time. Just bring the ball of the right foot to the mat. Just bend into that knee. Taking our time so you can make sure those hips stay level. So everything's coming to the midline. Again, we're not dumping all the balance into that leg. Everything's working together to bring it to the center. Ideally, theoretically, this leg has no more pressure than it does if we're using both legs to stand. All right. Start to lift the leg. Thigh comes parallel with the earth. Again, dial that right hip down. Breathe. Grab behind the knee or front of the knee. Bring it up toward the chest. Standing Uttanasana. Continue to breathe. Stay rooted. Conscious, focused, and aware. This is your practice. And if you want to go to the next step, grab that ankle. Bring that foot, left or right foot to left hip crease. And float it down, open it up. You can stay here and hold, or bring hands to heart center. Mm-hmm. All right, coming out the same way we came in, nice and gentle. Undo the foot, thighs parallel to the earth. We're going to exhale and press through the right foot. Leg is long for 3, 2, 1. Float it down. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Juicy, deep bend in the knees. Booty comes all the way down to the earth. Hands find the front of the knees. Inhale, chest up. Arms forward. Feet are rooted into the mat. Exhale, come all the way down. This time, one vertebra at a time. Once you're down, back of the head hits the ground. Inhale, arms up, legs long, full body stretch. Stretch like a kitty. Maybe up one hand and then the other. Work it out. Make it feel good. A big inhale with all that length, reaching through the fingertips and toes. Exhale, knees come in. Nice. Float the feet down. Shoulder blades walk in behind. Palms are down on the earth on either side. Chin comes down, neck is long. Sacrum is pressed into the earth. Okay, nice. Now take right ankle, cross it over left knee. Press right knee away. Thread through, grab the back of that left knee. Pull that knee in toward the chest. You want to extend the left leg, get some circles in that ankle, you can do so. Exhale, bend the knee if it's extended, foot floats down to the earth, uncross the legs. Heel toe the feet out to the edges of the mat so the knees fall together at the center. And then ever so gently, just windshield wiper the legs. Hands can both be on the torso or down at your sides. Come back to center, heel toe those feet back in so they're level with the hips. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Push it away. Breathe. Exhale to lift that right foot. Thread through, grab the back of the right thigh, pull it in. Maybe it's that left elbow to press that left thigh open. Again, extending the right leg feels good. Pointing, flexing, circling the ankle. Exhale, bend that knee, float it down. Left, cross that left leg, both feet. Heel toe out to the edges of the mat. Again, knees meet in the middle. Gentle windshield wiper stretch.
Hands down at your sides, palms down on the earth. And the next time your knees go left, let them gently fall to the left. Pausing in a twist. Knees may not come all the way down to the mat. Right hip may lift a little bit. At least it should. That is fine, just so long as it's comfortable. Gaze can go over that right shoulder. And breathe. Letting the breath come down, body calm down. Parasympathetic nervous system taking over. Inhale back through center, knees and gaze. Exhale, knees fall right and gaze left. So in this particular twist, the knees are staggered. Again, we want to be careful with that lower back. So if there's any pain or pinching or there's a different supine twist that feels better in your body, please, of course, adjust to that. Inhale back through center. Heel toe the feet together. If there's any last movement your body needs, like maybe a happy baby or Viparita Karani, a wheel, maybe something super ambitious. There's something in your practice that we've warmed you up for, or any last movement your body just feels like it needs right now. Listen to your body, give it that gift. And then we're going to meet right back here in bridge prep pose. I'll give you a few seconds. Then big inhale. We're going to exhale. Bring both knees in, thighs toward the belly. We're going to wrap our arms around the knees or the shins. We're going to lift our head and our chest. Nose and forehead go toward the knees, creating a nice seed posture, really squeezing everything in, entire front body, getting a good juicy squeeze. Then on an inhale, gently unfurl, release. Arms come out to the sides or above the head. You can be a star, you can be a flower. We're just finding our full surrender here in our Shavasana. Again, giving us the gift of this rest at the end of our practice. Covering yourself with a blanket if you need, or just resting exactly where the body finds itself. Full front body open and surrender, eyes are closed. We're going to let consciousness remain at bay. We're going to release the breath. We're making no effort to control the breath. We're letting it breathe us, actually, letting the atmosphere breathe us. Again, coming into rest and digest. Parasympathetic nervous system is where the healing happens, letting it take over. This is where the magic happens, where the medicine courses through our body, where we get to compost and integrate the richness of our practice into the soil of our souls. Just relax here. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. If there are any sounds around you at home, just them integrate into your practice and just float on by. And just enjoy the silence and stillness. I'll cue you when it's time to come out.
without any movement. Just attach your attention to your breath. Consciously feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And bring your attention to each fingertip, each toe tip. Feel the bright pulsing light, warm light that pulses and shines in each of those tips. Start pulling that light up your fingers, across the hands and feet, up your toes, up the legs and arms, warming your entire body as it moves, as all that light joins and moves towards the center of your body. And let a hand come to your heart and a hand to your belly. Just framing that light, feeling it, feeding off of it, noticing how with each inhale it gets brighter, warmer. That's your prana, that's your life force. Give yourself some gratitude for the contribution that you've made to it today. Big collective inhale and exhale out of the mouth. Have a big inhale into the chest and belly. Deep and slow. Then on an exhale, you can exhale out of the mouth again. We're going to bend the knees and bring the feet to the earth. Reestablish ourselves right here, right now. And then on an exhale, roll to one side, your choice. Left side, moon side, right side, sun side. Pausing there for a moment. Bidding farewell to our practice. Consciously gathering up everything we found on the mat that we want to take with us. And letting everything remain there that we don't want to take with us, sinking into the earth, going away. Everything we released is gone. And press yourself up to a comfortable seat as we begin. Hands can rest in the lap. You can even return to Chinmaya Mudra if you like, or hands can come to heart center. Gaze is soft or eyes closed. And I'm going to end with this full quote from Pema Chodron. We began with a part of it. These are all of her words. I love her. Trust not in a particular outcome, but trust that you can open to the present moment. This trust is something we must develop. From mindfulness comes inner strength and development of this trust. This trust, which is a growing confidence that the nature of things is to change and fall apart and become something else, and we don't have to freak out about it. If we don't get to know the nature of fear, we'll never know fearlessness. May your thoughts, words, and actions be kind, true, and necessary. May we each be a light unto ourselves as well as to each other. Namaste. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Until next time, be well, stay safe, and sane.